The human brain learns confidence through a specific sequence of behavioral inputs. Every day, the average person performs habits that sever their existing self-assurance. Social anxiety, chronic overthinking, and the urge to shrink back in public function as the predictable outputs of a depleted confidence baseline. This state persists through a negative feedback loop. Breaking small promises, hyperfixating on judgment, and staying within a comfort zone provides the brain with the data it needs to categorize you as weak. Positive affirmations fail because the brain prioritizes physical evidence over verbal claims. It ignores words when the previous 10 hours of action provided contradictory proof. Self-doubt functions as a software bug triggered by poor behavioral data. Reprogramming the algorithm requires a change in the physical inputs. Constructing a stable internal state begins with a single metric, the level of trust you have in your own word. Behavior number 1 focuses on keeping promises. Hitting the snooze button or skipping a planned workout fractures internal trust. Executing on tiny commitments validates the reliability of your own decision-making process to your subconscious. Behavior number 2 is the deliberate reduction of vocal speed. Speech cadence provides a transparent window into the state of the autonomic nervous system. Rapid, rushed speech signals a subconscious desire to minimize your presence. It suggests the speaker believes their thoughts do not warrant the time they take to express. This chart tracks the biological response to vocal deceleration. Slowing the pace of your words triggers a corresponding drop in heart rate, which forces the brain to adopt a state of composure. Behavior number 3 involves eliminating the habit of asking for approval. Constant decision sharing erodes the sense of self-identity. Validation fasting requires making unilateral choices and enduring the sharp initial discomfort of never seeking a second opinion. This process demonstrates to the brain that your independent judgment is sufficient for survival. Managing internal commitments and vocal speed provides the brain with a new set of data points. By exerting control over both the nervous system and the daily schedule, the brain begins to recalibrate its sensitivity to external stressors. The relationship between the mind and body is bidirectional. Specific physical shifts can override and alter mental states. Behavior number 4 utilizes the somatic feedback loop through posture and eye contact. Shrinking the body or averting the eyes sends a signal of submission to the brain's primitive structures. Open posture and sustained eye contact reverse this signal. This physical stance triggers an immediate hormonal shift, changing how the brain interprets incoming social cues. Behavior number 5 is the voluntary pursuit of difficulty. Prolonged periods of physical and mental comfort lead to the atrophy of self-belief. The brain measures its capacity by the resistance it chooses to overcome. Pushing against a difficult task provides the friction required to generate capability. Behavior number 6 is the acquisition of competence. True confidence relies on objective, verifiable proof of ability rather than optimism. Deliberate practice and mastery in a specific field provide a form of objective proof that social anxiety cannot easily counter. When the evidence of skill is undeniable, the brain stops looking for external validation. Combining commanding body language with real-world competence creates an evidence loop. Eventually, the density of this data forces the brain to adopt a high-status identity. Fear remains a constant. However, a foundation of proof prevents that fear from dictating the direction of your life. View confidence as a literal ledger of proof, a cumulative record of promises kept and difficult actions finished. Every task adds weight to this ledger. Over time, the sheer mass of completed actions alters the internal perception of what you are capable of achieving. Lasting confidence requires consistent behavioral investment. It is the end result of a rigorous evidence-building process. To access weekly strategies for mental fortification, subscribe to PsyPeak.